Hey guys, this video is going to be an updated version of one that I made about 3 months ago on how to be able to read your live streaming chat in your VR headset. Both programs featured, Live and OVR Toolkit, have had significant updates since that video, so let's pretend that that one never existed and watch this one instead. If you don't want to go through the immersion ruining experience of reading your chat through your broadcasting software through SteamVR's desktop view, then keep watching. Let's start off with my favorite of the two, which is Live, because it's free. However, Live currently only supports Twitch chat, but they do have plans to support YouTube in the future, so just keep an eye out and join their Discord for updates. Live used to have two separate programs. The original Live app was for mixed reality, and then they had separately a Live streamer kit, which was just for chat. But they've since combined both programs, and I'll put a link in the description below on where you can download that. First, we're going to head over to the Steam store and download Live. I highly recommend switching over to the public beta version because a lot of the updates get rolled out there first, but if you are having issues with it, you can always roll back to the base version. In order to get to the public beta, we're going to right-click on Live, go to Properties, Betas, and then you're going to scroll down to Public Beta. For the sake of this video, we're only going to focus on the Streamer Kit. So you're going to hit Launch Streamer Kit. In the Live Streamer Kit window, you're going to want to connect your Twitch account as well as your Streamlabs or StreamElements account, depending on wherever you have your alert box tied to. In the alerts section, you can customize what alerts will pop up on your HUD. You can also change the duration or mute all.
So when you first launch Live and then put your headset on, if you look up, you'll notice a chat box, and if you'll notice, as I'm moving my head, the chat box moves with my head movements. As far as the settings on the window itself, you'll notice that there's a spot for messages. This is where your basic chat will go. You have mentions in case anyone mentioned you, and an alerts section in case you missed any alerts and you want to see them all here. In order to change your settings like the size of the window and where it is, I recommend going to your SteamVR and opening up the desktop view here so that you can see the streamer kit options. Under chats, general settings, it's here that you can change things like the height and the width of the chat box. You can also change the background and border colors, the message highlight colors. If you have emotes outside of Twitch, like Better TTV and FrankerFaceZ, you can enable those to be shown in the chat here as well. And what I find useful is you can enable a clock on the bottom right corner so you can tell what time it is, as well as timestamps if you'd like. Under follower mode, this is how you actually adjust the behavior of chat. So head follower is the default. That's, where you move your head and it goes with you. You can change the angle of this so that it's not so high if you don't want it to be, or you can make it higher. You can also change the general size by making it bigger or smaller. You can also change the opacity here as well in case you want to be able to see through chat a bit or not at all. Dead area affects how much the chat window turns with your head movement, so say you set to 0, it's just gonna keep going with every little movement, and if you set it to something higher, like 100, it's just gonna stay in place and not gonna move at all. So you can adjust this as well accordingly. Under alerts and then appearance, this is where you adjust the text that actually appears when you get an alert. Unfortunately, this isn't something that I'd be able to replicate perfectly on the VR headset, but say you get a follow, text will appear across your screen saying so-and-so has followed, and that text will follow you as you move your head as well. And you can make those adjustments for how it appears in your headset here. OVR Toolkit will work for any of the streaming platforms because what it does is it takes a window on your desktop and brings it into VR. However, unlike Live, it isn't free. Currently, it's $11.99 on the Steam store, but I found that I've used it for many other things besides just bringing chat into my headset. The first thing you're going to need to do is have a separate pop-out window for chat that you can bring into OVR Toolkit. I'll show you how to do this for both Twitch and YouTube, but we'll start with Twitch. First, you want to go to your profile, then head over to chat. You're going to want to hit this little cog at the bottom. Then you're going to switch to non-mod settings and click on pop-out chat. Now we have a separate pop-out box just for chat for Twitch. For YouTube, you're going to want to go to your YouTube Studio dashboard. Click on the Go Live button. Then you're going to want to click on Stream on the top left. You'll see your chat box over on the right. We're going to go up to the 3 dots on the upper right corner and click Pop Out Chat. And now you have a pop-out chat for your YouTube streams. Once you have your chats popped up, then make sure you open OVR Toolkit, and then we're going to hop on into your headset. Opening OVR Toolkit will be different for each controller type, but I'm using Vive controllers, so for me, I have to hit all of the grip buttons twice, and that will bring up the OVR Toolkit window. Now what you're going to want to do is click on Spawn New Window. And that'll bring up your desktop view. We're going to hit switch window and then select your chat window. In my case, I will use my Twitch chat. There we go. Now, this is okay, but we can make it look a lot better. So in order to do this, you're gonna wanna go into Windows settings, and to get rid of this ugly URL at the top, I'm going to select crop window and spawn mask, and it'll bring up this white box. You wanna cover anything you don't wanna see, like so. We're gonna go back to the Windows settings. There's other things you can do. You wanna make sure that you click keep visible, otherwise it'll disappear once the menu goes away. I recommend blocking the cursor input unless you're gonna need to type something in chat. You can change the opacity to not be so bright. You can change the frame rate down to 5 because you don't need high frames for chat. You can also customize the visibility so when you're not directly looking at the window, it'll fade out. Like so. So now to grab the window, you just use your grip buttons and move it wherever you want. You can either put it to the side, or if you're like me, I know a lot of people prefer to attach them to the wrist, but let's make this a little smaller first because that's a bit large. Okay, now I'm gonna take this and drop window here to attach to hand. All right, we're gonna put it there, and then we're gonna adjust it sort of on the wrist and still make it a bit smaller. I think that's actually okay on the hand. So then in order to get rid of the menu, we're gonna do the same thing that we did to bring it up in the first place, which like I said, in my case, it's hitting all of the grip buttons twice. And now you've got a nice little chat window attached to your hand.
There you go, hope that helps. If you want to see chat in action, I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific. I also do OBS and VR tutorials over on my Patreon page. That's patreon.com/AtomBombBody. As always, keep on creating and never lose that drive to improve. I'll see you on the next one.
Okay.
I don't know how to floss. Is it like this? Like, I don't know how I look in real life. Is it like this?
I mean, I don't know if you're doing it in real life. Oh, no, it's not that. It is not that at all. What you just did, that is not flossing. You should be ashamed of yourself.